Hey, Vanessa. How are you feeling? Any better?
Yeah, I feel way better after getting some sleep. Sorry you had to make your own breakfast this morning. I was really hoping I'd feel up to wrestling you something up, but I just didn't have the energy.
Oh, it's nothing, really. Leave supper to me as well. Your number one priority right now should be resting up to the max.
No way, I can't let you do everything again. You cooked last night's supper too. I genuinely do feel better now. I think it'd do me good to get back into my cooking routine.
Really? You were as white as a sheet all day yesterday. You could barely keep any food down. Are you sure you can recover from that with one night's sleep? I think you should get checked out by a doctor just to be safe.
It's probably just summer fatigue. It's been scorching hot lately. I think I've been stressed out emotionally too. It's hard to imagine that not being a factor. I read an article the other day that said your thoughts can make you sick, and my mind has been on overdrive lately.
Really? You've never mentioned this before. What's wrong?
Listen, Tim. It's about Tilly.
My mum?
Yes.
What about her?
Do you promise not to tell her anything about what I'm about to tell you?
Of course.
Okay, well, the thing is, she's bullying me. I've been so emotionally distressed over it all. I barely recognize myself anymore. I think that's partly why I got ill.
What? My mum's been bullying you? No way. Are you joking? Surely my mum's the last person who would bully anyone.
Don't you believe me?
It's not that, it's just surprising. I always thought of my mum as one of the most trustworthy and sincere people in my life. Would she do that? But she even stepped in back when her aunt was bullying her daughter-in-law. She always gets so fiery and impassioned when she sees injustice that she can't keep her mouth shut. It's gotten her into trouble more than once. I never had her down as the underhanded type. It's hard to imagine, that's all. But if you say she's bullying you...
Who knows? Maybe she is nice to other people's daughter-in-laws. But she obviously sees me differently. She must feel she has more of a right to do as she pleases with me because I'm her eldest son's wife. You always hear about people who seem as nice as pie being mean to people behind the scenes, right? Want a prime example? Just think about serial killers. They always seem normal. They're always the nicest guy you could ever hope to meet. It's not like I'm saying your mom's a serial killer, but it's the same principle, you know? There are two sides to everyone.
I guess I see your point.
I knew it. You don't believe me, do you?
No. It's not that I don't believe you, it's just that I'm kind of overwhelmed with shock. She's my mum.
I'm not stupid, Tim. I know what that means. You think I might be telling the truth, but you're not sure. I can't believe it. You think I'm lying after I finally plucked up the courage to tell you. I wish I never said anything.
No, I'm sorry. I'm pleased you told me. I don't think you're lying at all. I believe you, I promise. So, what exactly has she been doing to you?
You know, the kind of stuff you usually hear about mother-in-laws doing to their sons' wives. First of all, there's the passive aggression. It's like she has the little sigh of disappointment she lets out every time I say or do anything. I can't tell you how much even that alone wears me down. Then she's always making these cruel little digs at me that she plays off as jokes or teasing when she can tell I'm upset. Remember when she came to drop all those vegetables off at our place the other day?
Yeah, I think so. She came when I was at work, right?
Even when she's doing something nice, she can't help but get some snarky little comment in. She said she brought those vegetables over because she knew my cooking probably wasn't up to standard. She slammed them down on the table right in front of me and ordered me to start cooking healthier meals for you. It wasn't just that day either. That's just one of many examples. This has been going on for a long time.
Oh my god. I had no idea. I'm so sorry for not noticing.
It's okay, sweetie. I don't hold it against you. She's crafty. She only does it when no one is around. Besides, it's not like I can't tolerate it. I made it this far. It's just that I was hoping we could figure out some way for me to stop seeing her. 'Cause it really is starting to take its toll now. It's Thanksgiving soon. And, to be honest, I'm dreading it. The thought alone keeps me awake at night.
You're right. The plan was for us all to go over to her place for dinner. Don't worry, I'll tell her you have urgent business and won't be able to make it.
Really? Are you sure you don't mind?
It's only normal you wouldn't want to see her if she's been treating you like that.
Thank you for understanding, sweetie. But is she really going to be okay with me not being at the Thanksgiving dinner? She always checked me as traditionalist. Isn't family time, like, that important to her?
Don't you worry about that one bit. Leave this to me. I'll make sure she never does anything to upset you ever again.
Thank you so much, Tim. You're the best husband a girl could wish for. I was terrified you were gonna tell me to suck it up and carry on putting up with her.
Jeez, Vanessa, what do you take me for? Like I'd do that. If I don't protect you, who will?
Something tells me there aren't many husbands who'd protect their wives from their own mothers like this. Drama with the in-laws is practically an American cultural tradition by this point. It's kind of like there's this tendency for it to be seen as just the way things are. And guys will give their moms a pass on stuff they'd flip out at anyone else for.
You think so? Never really thought about it. I believe it's a man's job to protect his wife. When you put that ring on your finger, you became my number one. If I didn't have your back now, the vows I made that day would be meaningless.
Thanks, baby. You're such a sweetie. You know, I think this kind of thing is more common than you think. Who knows how many girls there are out there suffering their overbearing mother-in-laws in silence. Anyways, I'm really happy. I was worried you weren't going to believe me, and it's like this huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders. To tell you the truth, I was crying my eyes out while writing out the messages. I had to wipe my phone down at least 5 times and do some deep breathing exercises.
Wow, seriously? I'm so sorry for everything you've been through. I hope you're not crying anymore.
I'm not. The tears stopped thanks to you. I feel super calm all of a sudden.
I'm glad to hear that. But there's no way around it. I'm gonna have to do something about this. I'll make my mum stop bullying you if it's the last thing I do. Leave it to me. I'm gonna give her a little warning.
Wait, no! Please don't do that! I'd rather we just let it all blow over. I don't want to rock the boat. Besides, can you guarantee it wouldn't make her worse? I don't think so. Even if you did confront her, she could easily play it off as me being paranoid or sensitive and double down on the abuse behind your back.
You're right. Okay, I won't say anything, but I will see to it that your meetings with her are kept to a bare minimum from now on. If we can't stop her bullying you, we'll create an environment where she can't bully you, and quickly.
I'm sorry for getting so down over this. It probably doesn't seem like much, but my dad was kind of abusive towards me while I was growing up. He was a military man, and he was big on discipline. It felt more like I was growing up in a military camp than a home. He didn't hit me that often, but his words hurt so much it felt like he was beating the crap out of me every day. The way your mom speaks to me gives me flashbacks, and it sends my head to a dark place. I wish I was stronger, but I feel like I'm losing control whenever she starts, and I start wishing the ground would just swallow me up.
It's fine, Vanessa, really. Anyone would be hurt if they were treated like you have been all this time. I'm the one who should be apologizing for my mum, dragging up all those painful memories from your childhood.
No, you shouldn't. And I don't want you ever to say that again. You haven't done anything wrong, Tim. Sorry, honey. I didn't mean to use up so much of your lunch break.
It's fine. If talking to me made you feel even a little better, I'm happy. but I'm genuinely sorry.
Tim, stop it. I mean it. You have nothing to apologize for. I feel better. Just getting it all off my chest. I'll let you go now, sweetie. Good luck with work. I'll have a big supper full of your favorites ready for when you get home. And you'll get double portions to make up for what I couldn't make last night.
Score! I can't wait, babe. Don't overdo it, though. If you're not feeling up to it yet, I'm more than happy to make something myself. Sorry, Vanessa. I won't be needing any supper tonight.
Huh? Why? Are you going out drinking with your buddies or something?
No, my mum called me over to her place.
Your mom? Did she message you?
Yep. Oh, she said she misses me and that I should make more of an effort to show my face around there. She invited me for dinner. Oh, and she said there was something she needed to talk to me about. She doesn't usually do this, so I figure it must be important. I'm gonna go and see what's going on.
No, don't go!
Huh?
I already started making your supper. And come on, Tim, really? I told you she's bullying me. Why would you rush over to see her on a short notice after we already made plans? This doesn't seem fair on me. You should be more considerate towards my feelings.
Sorry, but you said you wanted to let all this blow over, right? Surely you can see how the winds might pick up again if I cancel on her at short notice like this. I offered to warn her, but you stopped me, remember? If we're going with business as usual, then we have to stick to it. It's not like she lives that far away.
Looks like you're just the same as all those other guys after all. Is there really any need to go off and play best buddies with my tormentor? It's like you're rubbing it in my face. You said we were gonna keep meetings with her to a minimum. Wait a sec. I get it now. You don't believe me, do you?
That's not fair, Vanessa. I'm trying to set things up so you don't have to see her anymore precisely because I believe you. Besides, it's not like she's calling you over. She asked me to come on my own. Surely you should be celebrating.
That's strange to begin with. Why would she only invite you? She doesn't even know we've been discussing this. She's never done anything like this before. Can't you see what she's doing? She's trying to turn you against me. I'm worried like crazy by how you seem completely oblivious to it all.
Relax, please. The only reason she didn't invite you is because I told her you'd been ill lately.
Even so, you absolutely cannot go today. I already defrosted all the meat for your supper.
Can't I have it tomorrow? Just put it in the fridge.
No! Who's more important to you, Tim? Me or your mother? Choose!
Well, you, obviously.
Well, in that case, how about you stop playing best buddies with my bully?
It's not like I don't believe you, but I also want to hear what my mum has to say for herself.
No, stop it! You promised you wouldn't say anything about the bullying. If you confront her about it, she'll double down and my life will become even more of a living hell than it already is. She told me to break up with you.
What? She said that? When did this happen? Like, no way. Did she show up at the house again? I told her not to come for a little while, damn it.
No, she told me over the phone. I think she knows I'm trying to avoid her, Tim.
We can't go on like this. How are we ever going to be able to lead normal lives when we're constantly tiptoeing around my mum? I have to talk to her about the bullying. How am I supposed to keep my mouth shut when she's telling you to divorce me behind my back? How can we just go on pretending everything's normal when it's so clearly not?
No, you can't. You mustn't say anything. Don't you know how cunning and devious she is? She'll fill your head with lies about me, and things will get a million times worse. I just know it. What am I supposed to do if she gets her way, and we actually end up divorcing? I can't cope without you.
That's not going to happen. I promise.
Please, Tim, I'm begging you. Never see your mom again. You'll do what I say if you mean it when you say I'm more important to you than her. Do not go to your mom's house.
Vanessa, you need to calm down.
After everything she's done to me, I wouldn't forgive her, even if she apologized. I never want to see her again.
You're well within your rights to feel that way. It's only normal after the way she treated you.
How can you say that and then drop our plans as soon as she snaps her fingers? You're a walking contradiction.
What?
You're coming straight home from work and that's final. I won't take no for an answer. If you go to your mom's house, we're getting a divorce.
A divorce? What the hell?
If you go to your mom's house tonight, I'll take that as an admission that she's more important to you than me. Why would I want to stay married to someone who sides with my bully over me? If I'm not your number one, I want out.
Fine. I'll come straight home. I won't go to my mum's.
Promise? I just know if you went, she'd try and turn you against me. She won't be satisfied until you hate my guts and vow never to see me again. You can't believe a word she says about me. She's not to be trusted ever. Tim, are you able to make it tonight, dear? I'm sorry to do this on such short notice, but there's a matter of urgent importance I need to discuss with you as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, Mum. I have overtime again today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you think you can make it when your overtime finishes? You don't have to stay for long.
Stop asking the impossible, Mum. I'm going to be exhausted. I just want to go home and relax. But why do I have to go to your house? Just tell me. I'm all ears.
There's something I need to show you.
Can't you send me a picture instead?
I suppose I could send it, but I don't think it's something you should see while you're at work.
Now I am really curious. It's fine, really. You just send it. I'm already on my lunch break and there's no one else around. Go on, Mum. I'm a big boy.
Fine, if you insist. I'll send it. There's something I need to say first. Divorce your wife.
Huh?
She's not who you think she is, Tim. You need to get rid of her and never look back as soon as possible.
I see. Well, so you really have been bullying her. I'm disappointed in you, Mum. It's just like she said, you're really trying to split us up, huh?
Bullying? Good grief. To think she's cheating on you and lying about me. Tim, about what I wanted to show you. It's proof of Vanessa's affair.
What? Vanessa's affair? Jeez, Mum, how gullible do you think I am? Stop lying. Your plan's never gonna work, so you may as well just give up.
I don't have any kind of plan, and I'm not lying.
She broke down in tears because of your bullying, you know. She even fell ill from the stress of it all. Like Vanessa would ever cheat on me. She's the most kind, caring, sensitive girl I've ever met.
Vanessa fell ill through stress from bullying her? When was this?
About 2 weeks ago.
Are you sure it wasn't from the stress of me finding out about the affair? The timing adds up. She turned as white as a sheet and hightailed it out of there like lightning. I've never seen someone run so fast.
Hightailed it out of where? What are you talking about?
I saw her by coincidence while I was on my way home from lunch with a friend a couple of weeks ago. She was going into a hotel holding hands with some man I've never seen before.
No way.
I just told you I had proof, didn't I? I waited outside the hotel for them to come out with my friend for 3 hours. When they did, I went to go confront her, and the pair of them bolted down the street like a pair of Olympic sprinters. When I say I proof, I mean we caught the whole thing on video. My friend recorded them leaving the hotel, the confrontation, and the escape from start to finish.
Oh my god. This can't be happening. What? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I thought she'd tell you when it happened straight away out of worry I'd get to you first. I also wanted to hear her side of the story before I went sticking my nose in. I'm pretty sure it could have only been one thing, but I wanted confirmation nonetheless. I messaged her a few times, but she didn't reply once. When I realized she hadn't told you anything and was ignoring me, I accepted I had no choice but to tell you. When I tried, I couldn't shake the feeling you were trying to avoid me.
I'm sorry. To tell you the truth, I had been intentionally keeping my distance ever since she told me you were bullying her.
I thought as much. She must have thought you'd never find out if she could keep you away from me. I also got the impression she was in a panic she didn't notice my friend recording. It looks like I was right. She has no idea I have proof of what I saw. Tim, are you okay?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I should tell you. This has been the only thing on my mind since I saw her that day. I know how much you love that girl. I was scared you might faint from the shock of it all when I told you.
I still haven't seen the video. There's still a part of me that doesn't believe it.
Wake up and smell the coffee, son. You can't go on burying your head in the sand forever. Get ready. I'm sending it. Make sure you sit down somewhere quiet to watch it. Once you've seen it all and calmed down, I want you to message me again and tell me what you think. I want you to know I'll be here to support you no matter what you decide to do. I'm here to talk whenever you need me. Get ready to do some serious thinking about your future.
Got it. So I'm sorry for everything, Mum. I'm the biggest idiot.
Don't ever say anything like that again. I'm very proud of you for your honest, trusting nature. That backstabbing liar took advantage of it, that's all. Hey, Tim. You'll be back for your business trip tomorrow, right? I can't wait to see the presents you got me. Hope you have a safe flight home, sweetie.
Yep.
What's wrong? Are you tired? I guess you're bound to feel exhausted. They did spring the trip on you at the very last minute. Are you okay?
I'm not okay at all. But my mind is made up and my resolve is firm.
Your resolve?
I want a divorce.
Huh? Where did that come from all of a sudden?
I know about the affair.
Oh, what the? What are you talking about, baby? You know I never do anything like that. Why would you even say that? No way. Have you been speaking to your mom?
Yup.
God damn it, Tim. I told you not to believe a word that comes out of her mouth. She's lying to try and drive a wedge between us. How can't you see that? And you're falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Are you really gonna give her what she wants by making accusations against me like this?
I'll admit it. After you told me she was bullying you, I did think she was lying. But she had proof.
Huh? Proof?
She showed me some footage of you and some guy coming out of a hotel.
What are you talking about? Oh my god. Surely you don't think it's real. She probably faked it. You can do that these days, you know. I saw on the news the other day, there's this new AI called Peep GP that can do that kind of thing. I bet she used that. Or it must have been a deepfake. Surely you heard of that one. Apparently even a total beginner can use it. You can fake pictures, videos, voice clips, you name it. You can't just blindly believe everything she says to him. She's out to get me.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that, so I did some digging on my own. I didn't really go on a business trip, but I knew that if I told you I was going away, you'd probably meet up with Loverboy, thinking you had free reign to do whatever you liked.
Where are you?
I'm afraid that's classified information, but I can tell you I know exactly what you've been up to over these last few days. I hired a private investigator. So I hear you invited your lover to our house while I was away. I know you're together now.
Is this a joke? Please tell me you're not serious. Really, where are you?
It doesn't matter where I am. I do hope you're going to sign these divorce papers without kicking up a fuss.
I'm so sorry, Tim. I don't love him. I love you and only you. He's nothing to me. He's just some guy I met through an app. I'm not serious about him at all.
Irrelevant. The fact you were using apps like that in the first place tells me all I need to know. Cheating is cheating.
Maybe so, but... Tim, are you angry? I can't bear the thought of losing you, baby.
What the hell are you talking about? You need professional help. You tried painting my mum as some bullying psychopath and tried destroying our relationship just because she happened to see you out with Loverboy. You tried to make me break off ties with my own mother, Vanessa. Do you even understand the gravity of what you did?
I know it's wrong, but I didn't know what else to do. I couldn't bear the thought of you finding out and getting hurt. I was thinking of ending things with him, you know.
You've got some nerve to say that while he's at our house, you traitorous bitch.
Oh my god, Tim, don't call me that. It's not like I invited him. He showed up on our doorstep unannounced, and I figured this was my chance to break things off once and for all. When I told him I was ending it, he threatened to tell you everything. So I had no choice but to let him in.
Even if you were telling the truth, which I don't believe for 1 second, you'd only have yourself to blame. Hold on tight. Your parents will be arriving soon. We're all going to discuss the divorce together.
What? You told my parents? But you know how strict my dad is. I told you about what he used to do to me. Oh my god, Tim. How could you do this to me? There's no telling what he'll do to me now. My life is over.
Oh, he was furious when I told him over the phone. You're right. Definitely not someone I'd want to get on the wrong side of.
Stop it! Call him off. Call both of them off. Tell them this has all been a big misunderstanding, please. There's nothing to be gained from discussing this with them. He'll beat the living daylights of me.
I don't care. All I care about is that you sign these divorce papers and get the hell out of my life forever. If your dad has to force you to sign them under threat of violence, so be it.
What happened to you, Tim? You used to be so kind. My happiness used to be your first priority.
That's because you are my wife. My love and kindness doesn't extend to complete strangers, and that's all you are to me now. That goes doubly for someone who hurt me as badly as you did.
I'm so sorry. I'll never do anything like this again, I swear. Please forgive me. I'm begging you.
Lies, lies, and more lies. You're so good at this. You should be a politician.
Not lying, baby. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart.
Would someone genuinely capable of self-reflecting and feeling remorse ever say the kind of things you said about my mum? All you've done up until this point is lie, and the only reason you're saying sorry is because you got found out. I can't think of a single reason why I should believe you, but I can think of a million as to why I shouldn't.
You said I was the most important person in the world to you. Is that a lie? I thought what we had was special. To think you'd abandon me over something like this. How am I supposed to survive without you? Don't you care what happens to me?
No, not at all. In fact, I literally couldn't care less. You might have been the most important person in the world to me at one point, but you're definitely not anymore.
You're horrible. How do you sleep at night? Liar.
I'll sleep a hell of a lot better with you out of my life, that's for sure. You lost your place as the most important person in the world to me when you stabbed me in the back and lied to me. Call me what you like. I'm a damn sight more honest than you. I can't love a woman capable of lying to me and betraying me with another guy behind my back. I'm going to do as my mum told me and divorce you ASAP. Vanessa's parents immediately arrived at our house. At first I thought she might have been exaggerating about her dad, but I can now confirm he was just as unhinged as she said. He beat the living daylights out of her in front of everyone. The in-laws arrived so quickly that Loverboy didn't even have a chance to make his escape. He cowered like a quivering mess in the corner of the room as his darling angel was beaten black and blue before his very eyes. After pulling himself together and regaining his ability to form coherent sentences, he promised to pay me as much compensation as I wanted. I think he was scared he'd be Vanessa's lunatic dad's next victim if he didn't pay up. After being knocked around like a sack of potatoes by her violent father, Vanessa was in no state to put up a fight on the divorce. She signed the papers immediately and without hesitation beneath his menacing glare. I handed them in the next day and the divorce went by without a hitch. When the discussion was over, Vanessa was dragged away kicking and screaming and stuffed into the boot of her dad's car. The mixture of engine noises and muffled screams as they drove away was the last I ever heard of her. I have no idea what happened to her after that, but I heard none of her friends wanted anything more to do with her after finding out what she did, and she became a complete social pariah. It turns out her dad really was as strict as she had always said. I can't say I was comfortable with him beating her like that, and if I'm honest, I think he went too far. That said, it can't be denied his disciplinary methods are effective, because I've never seen anyone sign anything so fast. Her parents are also the types who take great pride in their public image, so it's hard to imagine them letting their wayward daughter have free reign of their neighborhood, where she'd be free to mingle with the locals and start rumors. From the stern, authoritarian military vibe he gave me, it wouldn't surprise me if he had her locked in the basement. Well, unfortunately for her, that's not my problem. I got my divorce, and I got my compensation, so I couldn't care less what happens to her now. I offered my mum a sincere apology for doubting her after the divorce. She just laughed it off and praised the sense of honour I showed in standing up for my wife, but I'm very aware that if things had gone differently, there was a possibility me and her might have never have spoken again. So I'm super grateful she was tolerant and big-hearted enough to forgive me for being such a gullible idiot. Life's not all doom and gloom, and things can only get better from here. Now it's my turn to be there for my family and friends, and to be there to uplift and support them, just like they were there for me. Let's do this.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.